following online. So as we jump onto Vikendi, John, it's time to see if them and the rest of the gang can really get their chicken dinners on the board.
First plane going to be on a southwestern
John. They qualified through the semifinals due to a competitive ruling against AKH tournaments in the past as well. And so as far as they're concerned, they're a really solid team. They've got the history behind them. Now they have to prove it here. Not a good start for Seoul. Ronak gets knocked early by Rip, I believe it would be, and there's no one around, so that's just going to be him bleeding out, and unfortunately Seoul. Semi-finals are where things get even tougher for these teams. Mortal currently overlooking ISO as the rest of Seoul move into their location. Bit of a contest here, and this is such a tricky area of the map to fight in. I really struggle this when I play myself, because there's just, it feels like anyone could be anywhere. These buildings allow for many different, I guess, entry and exit points. This is very scary for me, at least for the fact that we want to see a bit better of a performance from Seoul, but also for ISO here, they're really trying to prove they're a top dog here.
Well, they are both unproven quantities. That's the thing, because they haven't played yet. We haven't seen how they've been able to absorb the information that they will have been given through watching back those streams, watching back those VODs, and seeing what they can get done. So we'll see what else they're able to do. ISO give away their location now. Seoul thinking twice about crashing into this this copse of buildings, this hamlet, this small edge of town.
And it's a really smart play from Seoul because, like we've mentioned many times in the past, unfortunately for Viper, he does get knocked out of the vehicle. Really smart move from Seoul. This is a placement-heavy tournament where you finish final results is where the points really lie. And so for these teams, they need to be getting themselves into the end points of the circle, I suppose. And if Seoul have lost one player already, and they're looking to lose another here, this could really hurt their chances. It looks like ISO want to punish this. They're pushing up, John.
Viper should be able to start the res. Mortal is there. He's ready and waiting in his beautiful little cowboy hat. Going to be getting up his partner in crime, Viper, seeing what they're going to do. That should be able to go through, but in the meantime, ISO have managed to spread out. They have that firing line. The question is now, can Seoul escape from these players just bearing straight on down on them? Viper in behind the tree, has to go to a little bit more of a heal, gets knocked again. That's the second knock. It's super dangerous now as he is going to start to bleed out, and with the Seoul players already rotating away from him, it's going to be so difficult to get to his position. Mortal trying to make the break, but fortunately Ninja runs out of ammo, but Sidhu, he's got plenty left in the clip.
This is not looking good for Seoul here. Two members already knocked here. It looks like Oasis just going to make the runaway. Mortal going to go out very early into this game as well. And across the board, we see Insidious crashing into Rip officials. So a lot of teams struggling in this early game. This is very unconventional of the Indian region. John, yesterday hi to Seoul Oasis, but he's going to hide. Oasis really just hugging the circle here, very close to the brawlers, but they haven't spotted each other as far as we can tell. Here come the Team Insidious rotation as they rotate very close.
At the moment, they should just be relatively available to go to pretty much everywhere. But remember, Miramar, really very, very big, and it's got a lot of area to cover. So even though the plane is going down over that...
I'll have to see how long these teams rely on their vehicles here. You can see Seoul having trouble as they finally connected with Team India. One solo member from across the hill. In fact, two, they've split here. And it's going to be knocked down the hill whilst Scout can wrap around if they want to. Seoul are pretty much dead. San Martin's the hill to play for.
That's brutal as well, because it's so hilly. It's so difficult for these teams on the east to rotate in. They need to make some really fast rotations now.
And not only that, San Martin only has two locations you can rotate onto. It's the northern side, up near the San Martin town, and it's the Picado side, and you have to loop all the way around that hillside. The rest of it is cliff face, and because it's so high up compared to the Valley of Graveyard, makes things very difficult. Yeah, Trans is not quite going to be able to connect that nade. Currently, Team India in a really good spot, but they have to go through God's Rain, who is holding this scrapyard just north of them here. And I think for Seoul, they've got one of the more difficult rotations immediately, but anyone who's on the east is pretty much in a live or die scenario here, where they're going to have to cross over in vehicles and just pray for the best.
They're going to have to hope that these teams in the hills are going for it. But you can see already, they're just shooting out across the way. These rotations starting to have to come through. Really not going to do too well. They might even just be able to get the blow up on the vehicle. Pixel Spades really not having the best time at the moment. You can see he's...
Looks like 8-Bit have decided to move on towards the cliffs here where Pixel are currently.
Daljit, one of the strongest snipers in the lobby at the moment, known for his strong flicks, his great sniper play, so we'll want to see that coming in. Of course, he did have that M24 on his back, so he's going to be able to pop them off when it matters.
Really difficult position here for Maximus Alpha, right on the eastern side of the circle, no real way to rotate in. They've got to go through Pain Retribution. Sol, very stubborn here, Pixel Spades right up against the cliff. Team India have taken the high ground for now, but right at the moment, pretty much every one of these teams are going to start losing members as this blue pushes in. 8-Bit are basically pincered between so many squads.
Yeah, but Kratos is down already, so Team India really don't have too much of strength moving forwards. Yeah, he's managed to get himself an Orm over onto Team Sol. You can see they know exactly where ISO are, so they have the bead on. There's Pixel Spades a little bit to their west, and 8-Bit now are there.
And look,
Daljit going down in the blue. That's really not going to do him any favors, but 8-Bit, they're pretty much pinned. They have to push around. There's no way up the cliff.
I think that if I was 8-Bit,
down and out.
We're in phase 5. You can afford some zone damage, fully stim up, heal up, but they don't have the meds right now. Viper just going wide on that shot onto ISO. And it means for them, they're not going to be able to get it. You can see already,
there he is,
just
under
on the top.
on the vehicle.
No, it's not going to connect. You can see right now, the circle has shifted once more to the north. Has Scout OP dropped into an unfavorable position? He has. I don't think he can get back up, so that might just be Team India going to be eliminated due to zone play. All these Eastern teams, Pixel, Spades, Sol, ISO, learn from past, and Team India are basically going to get pushed by the zone here. The play zone might just wipe out 4 teams on this phase.
It's certainly going to be tricky for them, to say the least. He doesn't have too many meds to be playing with, but 8-Bit make the push and they make it work. Pixel Spades taking a lot of damage, only one now left standing. HB, look at this, the 4-man rotation coming out from Sol. They're going to be an absolute firing squad, but Riser is rising over these ridges and dealing death as he goes. Pixel Rain going to be knocked on out by 8-Bit.
Team Sol just crashed into learn from past. 8-Bit need to get up the hill or they're going to go down to the zone here. 10 teams remain, but they're just getting eliminated by the zone time and time again. A lot of these kills going over to Sol, who basically took out quite a few of these players before they made the rotation. Viper with the Orm just not quite able to connect some of these shots. And here we go. Here your team's alive. Brawler's still with 5. Insidious with 4. Rip Official with 4. 8-Bit somehow keeping 4 alive. But Ash might go down to the zone in just a second here.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked. And with Sol just bearing straight down on you. One team they rolled through, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it again. 8-Bit go down. Team India, though, they're still in it. They still got a player sneaking about somewhere.
Trance up in the north, I believe, still alive for Team India. Sol managed to make this rotation work for them, but unfortunately Mortal going to be lost towards the play zone here. The circle finishing on Insidious. Rip Officials. You can see Insidious just holding out as much as possible here. Still 4 men alive for them. They've got quite a few teams from the east to deal with in just a second. Sol go out.
Hold out. Sol getting knocked out on the rotation. It was going to be a difficult journey for them. They made it as far as they could, but they stopped in 8th. We'll be seeing them go down there.
Retribution about to crash into Insidious here. Insidious spraying them down. It looks like Retribution may have just lost their lives on that rotation as well. Unless it's God's Reign. Very difficult to tell right now.
Into Pachinki, you've got people who can go to South George. Military base potentially on the cards. Is a little bit late of a drop to be going for that, so I'm not sure we're going to be seeing too much there.
Guarantee it.
Do you?
For now. It's a little bit more central to the circle as well, but you can see that a crash is coming through from Team Sol trying to push on in, John.
They know that someone's there. Ronak takes first fight, and near the broken wall they have a little bit of cover. Viper, soon to follow, gets a little bit of damage chucked on his way. They haven't really been able to give anything out as well to Rip. In come the full Sol squad, but you can see Rip Official, they have some pressure.
Sol have the big white house, the height of this compound, and Rip have just bounced themselves between 2 unfortunate locations. Brawlers have taken their point A, and Sol are contesting their point B. They get the first knock with a nade. Good stuff coming through from the Rip Officials, but of course they can't push on into the big white house here to confirm that. The res will come through from Ronak onto Oasis. Of course, a bit of damage dealt to him. That's a good nade. Ooh, not quite around the corner.
Yeah, not quite into the door there.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, it certainly would have been. But this is pretty much a stalemate at this stage. Seoul really have the advantage in terms of they have the tempo. Rip Official, they're just waiting for these guys to peak. There's no way they can storm this house. They don't have the cover of the broken wall at the back, and they might just look to try and exfiltrate from the situation. But there's another wild card coming in. Don't think you want any part of this, my friends. They are just going to be sent away and give it a wide berth. There's a little bit of respite in the fight.
Yeah, no way that the third-party team there of SWAT Official going to come on into this compound.
But that means they have got enough military island.
Yes. They didn't go for the military-based loot, though. Just the compounds around the edges. Team India scared them off. This blue will hurt, John. The zone is closing. Trance is going to have to make a run for it. They're leaving Leo behind for now in the shack. We'll have to see how that plays out. Here comes ISO trying to contest the shack of SWAT. They've got God's Reign to the top of them, and Daku's firing on top of them as well. God's Reign about to go out to Daku.
Soul trying to fight off against Pain Retribution. 2 downs for the team at the moment as Patel comes under fire as well, just hiding inside the garage. These confirms can come through as Pain Retribution get wiped on out of the map. They are going to go down. There's Trance falling as well, meaning that Team India are out of the running. Yeah, Team India, Retribution losing their lives. Daku trying to take out God's Reign. And I think they were successful in their efforts as well. I don't see them anymore. SWAT Daku Official up on the northern side. 8-Bit finally having to push on into the yellow houses where Seoul have the garage building to really get some points. I think Pixel... Oh, Rip Official are still alive. My bad. 8-Bit take a knock as well as Seoul make the push over, but Ash is ready and waiting. He can see he's on the hillside, gets 2. 1 for Ted coming on through, and Seoul now are really at risk. Viper very, very low, will go down. They are going to take it out. There's a third party indeed. The shot's going to still rain through. Aways. Still not quite there, not quite ready. Riser looking for the confirm, but Aways not able to protect his teammates. The rest of the squad's starting to clash now on this northern side. It's so dangerous as ISO have to fight their way out of the corner. Seoul will be eliminated in 12th place. Aways is not plane allows everyone to get a chance to go wherever they want, but it's an early military. Now crashing on into the farms area. Alpha are going to spray down brawlers and really take a lot of chunk out of them. Now Seoul into the garage building, taking the north side of the U compound. Insidious and Retribution still engaged in a fight, and it looks like Megastars have pushed in as well. This is the same standoff that we saw previously just in last map on Erigo. Seoul in the building and Rip trying to push onto them in the lower part of the compound. No matter where they are on the map, this always happens. These two teams, direct rivals, and it seems like this time Seoul have got the bead on them.
That nade from Mortal was perfection. Coming on through, gets the confirm and the knock onto Paratosh, and this time Seoul are fighting Rip Official for the location. Unfortunately, Vibe's going to lose their life trying to trade the kill onto Sky here. Tempest taking damage as well. If Seoul can take out these compounds, the 2 stories, and the mansion building as the fight breaks out, Mortal, another kill for him.
Insidious are getting pushed on as well. You can see in your picture-in-picture. They're really quite low. Only one of them remains standing. Looks for the trade. Is going to be able to get it done. And they have a little bit of respite over on the Insidious Jewel, but so does Seoul. And they might just be able to get up. Just Tempest now standing for Rip Official.
I love this from Seoul. They needed to make a big play. They've been underperforming so far.
It would be good to get a view on that, to see where these teams are going to have to be rotating through.
Team India, they're constantly going into different squads here, and it's going to be Seoul with 2 members out of the compound, 3 members out of the compound, spraying onto Team India here.
I'm praying for a gang ozone layer that is then shifted to a blue. The blue light is the one that gets through the best.
Fun fact, Seoul got 5 kills. Indian Tigers losing a member there as they rotate in. Seoul, basically the anchors of the circle, trying to fight off the Indian Tigers and Team India as well. Oasis so far forward. Here comes that replay.
A lot of damage over on Europe, though, so that might be good.
Out in 12th. Another fairly lackluster performance for them on Orango, and ISO going to Hungary loot up as quickly as
Where is Seoul in all of this?
They're
Seoul Viper.
Up towards the top left. They've got the quarry to work with, but the zone is actually forcing us inside the quarry now. So not going to be able to down towards Diptag and Patel.
As soon as someone breaches that southern ridge, he's just going to get completely pinned down. There's no way he can push, but Patel still there looking for the shots away. He should have spotted Diptej falling out a little bit lower. Oh, so that was third party. Patel got taken down by Encore again, rattling off some shots. Swat making the move, but they're getting lit up from the other side. It's Soul to get the knock onto Digyant.
The Darcia, so they can get down quickly, and now Encore's so close. Maximus Alpha trying to cross in, but Riser will take them out. The firefight raging as Learn from Pass, able to third party onto that one.
8-Bit taking casualties. Soul still holding strong for now. Maximus Alpha as well, raining down fire from above onto 8-Bit. They get a lot of knocks. There's a confirm as well. Now it's just Ash for the team. Maximus Alpha taking shots as well. Soul really strong into this final circle.
King, can he survive? Hits the deck, goes down. Currently Learn from Pass have the circle in phase 7.
That's SWAT out, I think.
It is. SWAT out. 3 teams remain. Soul pushing towards Learn from Pass. 8-Bit with a couple members alive, snaking it on in. Fact, what an aid.
It came on through. It got a lot of damage over onto Swag as well. This might be the time that they're looking for, but don't forget, Ash is still in the backlines. We've seen 8-Bit players do this before and have massive success with it.
Yeah, last time it was Ted. This time it's Ash. Phase 8 revealed, and I can't tell where it is. No one can tell where it is. All I can say...
It's just in the middle of the 2.
It's in the middle of the 2. That means Learn from Pass have to come down towards Soul. That's a risky push, but they've got the Shack as well as the fuel tank, I guess, as cover. And currently Ash just happy to snake it on into the circle. Let Soul and Learn from Pass use all their utility towards each other.
You can see they're just hopping over meds at the moment. Ash, yeah, he's dropping all his stuff.
Yep, so he can get rid of the backpack and become a smaller target. Viper pushing up.
He just had the headshot.
Looking for the shots onto Snacks here. The flashbang goes out. It won't really do much just yet.
No, they have the cover. They should be all right. It's utility being traded back and forth. You can see that.
Oh, I love that.
I think they know where Ash is.
So they're wary that Ash exists, and they don't want to allow him to third party. Here comes Swag pushing down the hill. Able to get on down. Snacks has the shot.
Oh, it's the M24, sorry.
M24, yep. Not quite able to land it, unfortunately. Here comes the zone push. They have to come off the hill. Good
Nice
headshot
shots.
coming through from Viper. Gonna find another kill for them. 15 kills for Soul here. Looking to make it more. Learn from Pass pushing down the hill. Soul able to use this ridgeline to perfection. But they've constantly got to worry about Ash from behind.
They certainly do, but it doesn't look like it's going to give them too much worry. You can see Ash just trying to wait for one of these teams to wipe. That's his entire game plan right now. Play the terrain and try and get on in, but Learn from Pass. They need to make this push. They've abandoned Snacks up at the top of the hill. There's no way they can go back up, not without losing more than they would gain.
He's dropped down. They're going to get the res, actually.
Oh, they should be able to get him up, actually, yeah. It's very, very nicely
Ash
positioned.
is going for it. He's going for the whole wipe with the Soul. Spraying through the smoke, gets a knock. Can Ash get any more damage onto Oasis? Mortal full health. The med kit coming out. First aid, I should say. Viper in the smoke trying to get on over towards Oasis. Does Ash have any nades? He's going to push for the smoke. The reload on the AK. Wants to try and make the hero play onto all of his sprays.
Ash.
1 more to go. He doesn't quite get it. Oasis holds him through. But here comes Learn from Pass pushing on in. 1 knock for Oasis. Needs to get 3 more. Looking for it all, but he can't do it. It's Learn from Pass.